Hello friend, how are you today? I hope you are well, and today I'm going to give you 10 fun and crazy ways to learn English when you are by yourself. So when you are by yourself, you can narrate your life. When I say narrate, you can talk about your life. So for example, if you are going to the kitchen to make some breakfast, you can say out aloud, I am going to the kitchen to make some cereal. If you're opening the cupboard, you can say, now I am opening the cupboard, I am taking a bowl, I am pouring the cereal into the bowl, then I am adding the milk. So you may feel a bit strange doing this, but it's a very good way to practice your vocabulary, your action words, and describing the process that you are going through. Another way is to label everything. So you can buy yourself some post-it notes, these sticky labels, or you can even get a piece of paper, write down, use some sellotape, stick it onto the object. So if there's some words that you found difficult, you can label them. So you can stick a label on the microwave, the fridge, any object, or actually every object in your house. So this way, when you go to the object, you will see the word associated with that item. You can also use things like Siri. So you can talk to Siri, you can ask it, how is the weather today? And there are many other similar applications for different devices. I know Amazon has its own device. You can look for applications that do this. You can describe random pictures. This is fantastic. So you can think of a topic, for example, athletics. You can type in athletics into Google and describe the events. For example, is it a javelin? Is it a running event like 400 meters, for example? And you can try to describe that picture in as many details as possible. You can take it one step further and you can ask yourself, what is the person doing? So in the case of the javelin, the person is throwing the javelin. You can copy an English article. So you could go to BBC or Sky or any other news website, or it can be any website. You can copy a paragraph. So the action of copying, of actually writing down rather than typing, I find to be very powerful. So you're making that connection between your brain and your hand. And when you're writing certain words, you may find, I'm not sure what this word means. Let me look it up. I can translate it from your native language to English, and that will help it to stick in your memory. Try talking to Google Docs. This is fantastic, especially if you want to narrate your life like we were talking about before. If you don't have time to do this, at the end of the day, sit down and talk to Google Docs. It will record your voice and you can say what I did today. So for example, I woke up nice and early, I went for a run, then I had some breakfast, and see if Google Docs can recognize your voice, and afterwards when you've finished, you can review it. So it's very helpful. Recording yourself is a brilliant thing to do. When you record yourself and watch yourself back, I know it may be difficult. Sometimes I find it difficult when I have to edit and I have to watch myself back, but it's a very good way to notice your pronunciation. When you're recording, try to talk quickly, because when you take your time, that's when you can get things perfectly. But when you're talking naturally about a topic that you may be interested in, for example, it could be AI, and there's a video that I've done on AI, so please have a look at that. Then you may find yourself making simple mistakes, and recording yourself is a nice way to catch this. Use Google Translate to practice your pronunciation. So if you have a word, type it into Google and you'll see the button to click with the mouth symbol, and it will say the word for you, and you can keep playing this over and over and practicing, and you can even record yourself and then listen back to that to see if you've mastered the pronunciation. Try to use the 5 W's. So we have who, what, where, when, and why. During your day, try to use some of these questions. So if we look at, for example, you could pick a random object in your house. You could pick your phone and you could say, you can ask yourself a question. So why is my phone useful? Where did my phone come from? So by asking yourself these questions, it forces you to search for the answer. Try drawing your vocabulary. So you can start very simple, a happy face. So we know that's happy. You could try drawing a confused face, or when you have time, just draw random objects that you may know the word for in your native language, but you're not sure about in English. So you could be drawing landscapes, you could be drawing ships or boats or scenery or places that you have been before. Think about your interests. So if you like sport, you could draw a football field and try to draw the positions of the players. So you have the strikers, the midfielders, the defenders, the goalkeepers. You can think about the tactics involved. What formation does your team like to play? Do they play a 4-4-2, a 3-5-2? So this is nice because it's something creative. You're not just thinking about it, but you're also drawing the picture. Thank you so much. You did a brilliant job today. Let me know in the comments which one you liked, and if you can think of any more fun and crazy ways that you use to learn English when you're by yourself. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.